Hello, John here, also known as Venator, and welcome back to the TGC Tours. So at the moment we're playing the TGCT promotion event number 5. So of course we're already doing the CCI event for this week, and yeah, we're doing well in that. So we got 600 in the first round and 1200 in the second round, which means we are really looking set to make the cut, and I believe we're in the top 10 at the moment as well, so we're playing well. As far as I'm aware, we're in the top 10. I haven't checked in a little while, but either way, we're making that cut, so that's great. So this is the second event of the week, which is not usual. Of course, we normally only have the one event. So this is the promotion event, which means that if we do well here, we've got another shot here of being promoted. And yeah, let's see. Let's hope something good can happen in one of the two events. So if I get a top 5 finish in the main CCI event for this week, I could get promoted there because I've already got 1 promo mark, and you need 3 promo marks to get promoted. If you're in the top 5, you get 2 promo marks, or thereabouts anyway. So yeah, I could get promoted in the normal tournament. If I do well here, I could get promoted because of that as well. So we'll see. You never know. Let's see what the settings are like for round number 1. So it's black tees, pin set 1, low wind speeds, default wind direction, fairway firmness default, green firmness default, green speed default. So we've got a default round, more or less, to begin with. So fairways are firm, greens are firm, green speeds medium fast. Okay, let's see how we get on with this then. I've played a few rounds of this particular course to see what it's like, and it's tough. It's very easy to get over par in a hole, if that makes sense, as in I get double bogeys and whatever else very easily. So you have to be very careful. One bad mistake can cost you a little bit. So yeah, not going to try and I'm going to try not to underestimate this particular course. Yeah, low wind to begin with then, and not the best shot. Let's see how far this gets. So yeah, it's in the bunker. That's a shame.
That's not a great one.
Okay, I mean it's not the end of the world at this level just yet. Okay, so let's go with the 3 wood. No, not 3 wood, 4 hybrid. Only 93% power. This is skipping along quite nicely, which is good. But yeah, it's back in a bunker. So that's 2 bunkers in a row to start with.
Our third shot.
Not the best start. Okay. Hit that full power, full spin. And it's not... It went further than I expected it to, considering. But yeah, this is for a birdie, so it's not too bad, actually.
Well, the putt appears to be on
it's
the
a pretty
line.
straight putt, actually.
Oh,
no, close. It touched the lip, but it didn't go in. Okay, so it's a par on a par 5, which is not the best start. But assuming we hit 2 bunkers, pleased to get out of that with an even par on the first hole. I have played, as I say, already a few times on this course, and I haven't always got par on that first hole. It's one of the holes I find the most difficult to get a par on for whatever reason.
I'm not sure if it's going to be rough or fairway.
Okay. Just maybe it's just by chance, I'm not sure. Okay, decent. It's going to go a little bit too far to the left here, but the range should be fine.
A little wayward on the approach.
But yeah, this course I find a bit trickier than your typical CC Challenge Circuit courses. Bit of a safe shot there.
Nicely done on the chip
as opposed to trying to get it in to get a birdie. So there you go. So two pars to start with is a pretty good beginning. Pleased enough with that. Be interested to see what sort of our target really is for this. I mean, good round here is probably, because the course is a little bit tricky, I'd probably aim for 7 under, 8 under at like the maximum. It's like a typical good round. But yeah, fingers crossed I can do that. So far, obviously, we've been a little bit slow out of the gates, so to speak. But yeah, it's certainly possible for us to do well here. That's pretty good for the range, I think. Skipped along more than I wanted it to, but it's on the green just.
And here's a 13-footer.
I think I've done this pretty much every time as well, because that fence is always feeling in the way. Okay, that's a decent effort, but it's missed, unfortunately. But yeah, that fence has put me off a few times. I have actually putted it with that fence in the way, but it seems to happen practically every time I practice on this course, that fence is awkward when I'm trying to put it.
teeing this one
Okay,
up on
now
the 4.
this is the hole I don't like. I don't like this hole much at all. Very punishing if you miss on this hole. As in, if you have a bad shot, you are screwed, essentially.
And that will
Right, but
play.
that was a good
Thank you
shot,
very
so
much.
that's good.
This putt's
And we got
drafty.
our first birdie.
Oh my.
So there we
that
go.
was a
So we're now under
fantastic shot.
par. Let's hope we can stay there. As I say, it's a tricky course. There is
Okay,
chances
that'll
of
bring it
getting
down
over
to
par
1 under.
if you're not careful. But yeah, I'm aiming for probably, realistically, 5 or 6 under per round.
Stepping up to a
What I
par
need to get
3
promoted
here.
from CCI, I don't know. I'd imagine probably more than that, because there's a lot of really good people in CCI, actually.
Yes,
It's a very
that's a good swing.
tough field in CCI. You don't know from week to week if you're going to be making the cut or
Nothing
not.
wrong with that. Safely on the
Could be
green.
getting a top 10 one week and then not
Here
making the
we
cut the
go,
next.
birdie
Well,
putt.
feeling like that anyway.
Ooh,
No.
just missed.
Putting's not quite been on track
This one's
just
a 3
yet.
foot putt.
So that's another par.
Nice. Dropping that down
That's
in
an
the
area
upper
that
par.
recently
Well done.
I've not felt as confident
Okay,
in, is my
after that one,
putting.
you'll stick right
Which
there
is a
at 1
strange
under.
one, actually, because putting was always one of my
Made it
most,
to the 6th hole.
my favourite parts, really. I've always been quite confident in my putting ability. I'm sure it'll bounce back again anyway at some point. But yeah, for now, my putting
Okay,
has
about
been a little bit wonky of
235
late.
yards left to go.
So I've clubbed up here,
This one's heading
97%.
to the long grass. This is what our third shot's looking like.
Decided to go with a chip as opposed to trying to flop shot that, and that was actually,
Great chip
that's a
shot
good
there.
shot.
Pure. That's pure.
And we got a
All right,
birdie.
let's
So there we
head
go. So we
over
got a
to the next
birdie out
one,
of that.
see
That
what
was
we
a
can
good
do.
chip to get that close from that
Okay,
range.
currently sitting at 2
Tricky out of the
under.
rough sometimes, but 2 under through 6 is a pretty good start,
That
actually.
7th hole is upon us.
Okay, so aiming over this way. Yeah, that's a good shot. 101% power. Pretty straight. Not completely straight, but good enough.
Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. We're in the light rough, but not too
Okay,
deep.
so we're off to the... We're on a slope a little bit. Right, so I'm not sure whether or not to club up with this one. Sometimes when I hit these flop shots, they go the full distance or more. Even though it says like the percentage, yeah, like this again. It's going really far. Yeah, so that's really... Like I should have gone with the lower club with that
Here
one.
we go. This is
But
for
yeah, it's a
birdie.
bit misleading because it says like 40, not 40%, it says like 80% power or something that's going to get because of the lie, and then it still goes further than expected.
Right by the hole.
Maybe just because they're short
This putt's about 4
ranges
feet.
with a flop
Okay,
shot.
good
Maybe
job
that's
on
all
this
it is.
one.
But there we go. Okay, so that was a decent hole though. I think we got a par out of that. Yeah, it was a par, yeah. Okay.
All right, you're sitting right
So
at
still,
2
it
under
ended
at the
out
moment.
okay, but yeah, that flop shot went miles. Way further than I needed it to. 2 under through 7.
All right, let's see
It's a good
what
start.
we can do off the tee here. It's a long par 4.
It is nice to have these promo events, to have second chances throughout the week.
Those tee
We're
shot
playing
should
very well
play.
in the actual event for
And
this
this
week.
one's
Getting
about
12 under in a
130
round is
yards away.
always really good. So yeah, happy with that. It built some more confidence back into me after I've had a bit of a slow
That'll work.
couple of weeks.
Nice approach. And this putt for the birdie.
Okay, and it's way too fast down
Yikes,
this
that
hill.
went right by.
Okay, so this
Okay,
might
setting
actually
up
be
on
the
green
first
side
bogey.
rough.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't expect
And
it to go
this
that
one,
far.
bogey.
Oh, wow. This might be even more than a bogey, unfortunately. Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness.
Painful.
6 feet to the cup.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that
There we
chip to go that far, which cost me, and we're back to even par. This is what I was saying about this
Bring you
course,
up
though.
to even par.
It's very easy to go from being under par to getting stuck like that. So yeah, it's not boding well. Of course, there is no cut line to worry about, so that's a positive to take
Good
from
luck.
doing the promo
Par 3.
event. It doesn't really matter how you do. You're not going to get any punishment as such for doing badly, other than you're not going to get a promo mark. Not a promo mark, you're not going to get promoted. Which, to be honest, even playing well, I'm not certain I'm going
Ooh, I think this could be good.
to do that. So yeah, there you go.
And chalk
That's
up
a good
another
shot.
green in regulation. Okay, this one's a
So yeah, this is
three-footer.
more like have fun and try and
That hole will
get a
bring
good
you
score
down
and
to
see how
one
it
under par.
goes. Of course, I did get promoted once through going through this through a promotional event.
Looks like a par 4
I
for
went
this
from
one.
CCK to CCJ at the time. So that was really nice and a surprise at the time, definitely.
There we go.
I
Good
hadn't
shot.
been performing well in
And
CCK at all
second
either
shot
when I
on the
got
10th
promoted, which
coming
was
up.
a real nice surprise for me to do well in just one event and get promoted.
Looks like this will be on the dance floor.
Okay, decent.
Yeah, that's going to work for you. I'm liking that. And here we go.
So you
Potential
never know. Or maybe
birdie.
that could happen again this week. You never know what could
Ooh.
happen.
And 4 feet to go.
Oh,
Nice
just about.
putt in there for par.
That was just about a par, but there we go. At least we're under par. And yeah,
Yep,
one
that
under
will
at the
stay right
moment.
there at 1 under par.
One bad hole has cost us, but other than that, we've played pretty well. Pretty good start to the
Teeing it up on a
tournament.
par 4.
Okay, so maybe just go for this more or less. I'm going to add some forward spin, top spin. Is that what you'd call it? That's gone quite well.
Shot here on the 11th.
I don't want to do that. I just do this. Add some backspin to this to slow it down. And it's not
Nice
really
tempo on
slowed
that
it down
chip,
much.
Just nice and easy. Well done.
Okay, there you go,
That's
decent.
2 under.
And was that a birdie? I think it was a birdie. Either way, we're at 2 under now, which is good.
Here we have a par 4 hole.
And big open area here. Should be fine with a driver, I would have thought. Did hit it fast, so it's gone far too left. Hopefully it stays on the fairway. Oh, just.
And this one's about 140 yards or so to
Right,
the
over
pin.
some rocks here. 98% power. Hopefully it hits that slope on the edge of the green. It looks like it's going to bounce over it. Yeah, it's bounced really hard, actually. Really aggressive. That's a shame.
Shot. That'll do.
Went a bit too far
And this putt is very, very long.
when it hit that green, because I was hoping it kind of hit the slope.
See if we can get this close, maybe.
I've overhit this
this one
quite a bit.
Oh.
Yeah, I felt like I'd put so much power on that.
This putt's going.
There you go. That's a good putt.
Boom. There's your par.
That's a good putt, because yeah, maybe I've been a bit too reckless with the putting,
Par for the day.
and that's where the confidence lowering has been. Pacing's not been quite right, but yeah, 2 under, it's okay.
Here comes the 13th.
I mean, what am I'm not sure what I'm expecting or not expecting. So yeah, this is just an extra tournament for me. I mean, as I say, like, I could have one really good round, and that could really change
this one's about
my score overall.
From the pin.
This probably isn't going to be that round now, looking at it, especially if I hit it like that.
Okay, third shot.
See, and now that time it didn't go anywhere near as far, so I got to be honest, I need to figure out what to do in those circumstances. I guess it's to do with the elevation.
Close. Well done.
But yeah, that went nowhere near as well. Or maybe it's just the execution of the shot. But a bogey again. Tough course. I don't find this course particularly comfortable to play.
Let's see what happens here.
But so far, I'm enjoying the round. It too fast, so it went to the left. And it's in the light rough. Light rough's fine.
Okay, this is in the light rough. This shouldn't be too bad.
Okay, should be fine. Nice. So just looking through the options here, yeah, so that's the best one, obviously 55 yards.
Something about that sounded a little off.
Didn't hit it well enough, unfortunately. I needed 101% for it to get over that mound. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Oh, it moved to the last second.
Here's a 7-foot putt. Looking pretty good.
That's looking spot on. There we go. So we got a par out of that, which wasn't guaranteed. 1 under
All right, you're gonna stick
at the moment.
right there at 1 under.
1 under, it's a very subpar round, really. It's not been great. But in terms of the scoring, but I wouldn't say I'm playing particularly badly. It's definitely more of a challenging course. That's a pretty good place to leave that.
Well, that'll work for you.
Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add quite a lot of backspin to this. Quite good range on that. This is looking pretty good. It went a bit to the left there.
Yep, that's gonna do.
But
just
that's looking pretty good
for the birdie.
See how close this gets. Trying to get the pacing better, and it worked out.
Well,
yeah, so I think maybe it's just not quite timing the pace quite right recently. I was a bit more cautious with that one, and yeah, so I actually got the angle correct. Obviously, well, that went in, so of course I got it right, but yeah. I think with a bit more pace that wouldn't have moved as much, and I probably wouldn't have got that in. Okay. Going to go the full iron. Try and hit that full, and I did hit it full, which is good. When I say that, it's because I've hit quite a lot of 98% recently. That's perfect. I say perfect, it's a bit too far, but the angle was perfect.
There, pin high. All right, if you can sink
this is a tricky one because it's so
birdie and be on our way.
The pace is so much down this hill.
Well, it's heading towards the hole.
That's looking good. It's a little bit far, but good putt.
Okay, let's tap this one on in and move on.
Good putt for it to get close and get a par out of it.
Under par for the round.
Okay, so 2 under through 16. Of course, I was hoping for 7 under, so 2 under isn't really what I want. But I mean, it's hard to say with this course. I don't know what the best score I got when I was practicing. I think I practiced quite a few times over a few days on this course.
This one's
and I never got really good scores. I think I might have got 6 under or so on one or two attempps. To be honest, usually on the practice rounds, I don't do as well as I do actually in the tournaments.
7-foot putt here. So far, so good.
Probably just because I'm not really concentrating as much. I'm playing more casually. There you go, 3 under. So we're having a good little run at the end here.
Under par for the day.
And we're playing a little bit better. But yeah, it's just been a few holes that's made the difference, which is something I've predicted beforehand that could happen.
Number 18, ready to go.
Hopefully it wasn't a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it just happened to go that way. Hope I didn't manifest it, as people say. Okay, that's a good shot. Oh, see, look at that. It's gone left, even though... this is where this gets very harsh with the way it plays, because that was essentially a perfect shot. Well, I thought it was. So I've applied a lot of spin to this, because it's got a danger of just rolling away from me. But we got a birdie again.
I got lost in that.
There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so 4 under. It's an okay start, actually, after that. I didn't know we were going to get that good a score after a halfway line. It looked quite worrying. So 4 under. Is it a good score? Not really, but it keeps us in a good position that we can sort of salvage from after this. So with this particular video, which I'm guessing you already know because I would have released it already, I'm doing 2 videos attached together, well, 2 rounds attached together. So yeah, just because there's going to be 6 videos this week, there'll be the 4 usual rounds, and then 4 usual rounds of the main event, and then there'll be this one and round number 2, round 1 and round 2 of the promo event together, and then round 3 and 4 of the promo event together as well. The last of these 2 rounds will probably be posted on Sunday, so this will be posted, as you can see it, today, and then we'll have round number 3 of the main event on Friday, and then round 4 of the main event on Saturday, and then finally the 2 last rounds of this will be on Sunday. But yeah, I'll see you in a moment when we start round number 2. Okay, and welcome back. So we're going to go right into round number 2 then of the promo event. So let's see what the settings are like for this round then. So we've got the black tees, we've got medium winds this time from the north, we've got firm fairways, firm greens, and fast green speed. Okay, so let's give this a go then and see if we can do a little bit better than the first round. I mean, I'm happy with 4 under. 4 under was an okay place to start with.
Hello there,
As I've like I said before, and to be honest, it's really hard to know what score I need to even have an impact anyway and get promoted. If anything really I'm able to do will work, because there's a lot of good players in CCI. If I need like 12 under per round, I was probably never realistically going to be able to get that. But we'll see. Just keep playing as well as we can. Obviously, that's always the goal, really. But try and do that and see how far we get. So 98% with the wind pulling this back, this is not going to get there. In fact, actually, wow, that's got further than I expected. Not complaining about that one.
This is your third shot.
And this is a fairly easy chip, hopefully. Yeah, it's close.
I'm liking that one. Nice chip.
There we go. So there's no like lie penalty or anything like that. Made that easier, and it was quite a flat green. So yeah, 1 under for the round. So there we go. Got a birdie out of the first hole, which is great. Nice sunny day by the looks of it. This course is a little bit more of an unusual one. I don't know what I think of it. It's a tricky course, as I've said before. It's got a lot of obstacles, a lot of bunkers, a lot of water hazard areas, etc. And I put a little bit of loft on here. I think with the wind, etc., it's going to pull it too much. And I was right, just got past the hole with the loft.
And this one's 7 feet away. This putt's good so far.
And that's a good straight putt. Fantastic.
And that's back-to-back
there we go. So 2 birdies to start off with. So we're giving ourselves a little bit of a buffer in case we get a bogey, a hole, or a couple of bogey holes, or just a double bogey hole. Obviously, I'd prefer just not to get a bogey at all, and we can keep our 2 under. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, so not the best shot, but I did aim over this direction to try and give myself some leeway.
Second shot here on the third.
Pretty decently executed. This is going to skid off probably. Oh no, that's worked out nicely. Yeah, look at that.
There, looking good. All right, this putt for the birdie.
And decent putt again.
Amazing shot.
This is a great start. So we're 3 under through 3 holes.
Okay, that's
and yeah, we're playing really well through those first 3 holes. Pleased with that. I thought when that pitch, I thought that was going to skid off somewhere and go right past the hole. And yeah, I didn't expect to get a birdie out of this hole. Now this one is the nightmare hole. I don't like this hole at all. Not to mention, this is a pretty tricky situation as well.
Well, that was a fine swing.
Right, so the 97% is going to mean that I'm going to be pretty short here. I didn't account for that. Maybe I was a little bit cautious there because I did feel like I was going to overhit it. So I did hopefully get the pacing perfect. There we go. So somehow got a birdie out of that. So I have slowed down when I'm thinking about the putting, trying to get the pacing right, and my putting's come back by the looks of it. My putting's been a lot better since then. The pacing's been way better, and it's given me some positives to take from that, definitely.
Really nice swing.
But yeah, putting's always been one of these areas that I'm quite confident in, but recently I've been a little bit worse for wear with it.
Green in regulation.
But yeah, I think it's just the pacing. Close, little bit off, but that's fine. I mean, that's not something to lower my confidence in my putting. That's a pretty close putt.
And the putt drops.
You know, they happen from time to time anyway. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so we're on 8 under at the moment. So we're on 4 under for the round after 5 holes, which is pretty good going. And again, 98%, so it's not full power again.
We're about
which is fine though. I mean, it's not going to make much difference in that circumstance. That's 100% power. The wind is pulling this forward. It's going to probably bounce quite a bit past the hole by the looks of it. And it's rolling back. That's nice to see. Okay, decent. In the shadow of the...
This next putt is for
yeah, it's in the shadow of the flag, so that's... it's not bad distance away, really.
Oh, come on, get in.
And there we go. Well, it's good enough distance that we got the putt. And we got an eagle. What a great start this is. 6 under through 6. It's really, really good going.
At 10 under par at
Don't know where this is coming from. I mean, that first round was okay. But yeah, the putting has really helped. I've got my putting back under control, as you could see there, previously.
Let's see what we can do.
Right, so this automatically aims me over here, which is light rough, I believe. Or is that... that's the fairway, isn't it? Or is this the fairway? I don't know. I think this is the fairway. Okay, so I'm just going to aim over this way.
Beautiful swing.
The wind will pull it to the right anyway, and we'll find out in a moment. This is fairway, definitely. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I've actually aimed into the light rough before without realising that's what that was. Okay, so I'm going to go with this. Won't get there in terms of the distance, but I'm hoping it's going to skid off a little bit. No, there's like a mound on the green that stops it. Okay, not the best.
Setting up for our third shot.
That's good, though. That's a good chip. A little bit more and that would have gone in, of course. So, yeah, there we go. That's decent.
10 under.
That's decent. And we've put ourselves in a good position now, anyway. So, we're looking good for our sort of whatever our target's going to be for the week. I mean, if I can average 700 a round, which I'm not expecting, but if I could, that would be a successful week on this promo event. So, who knows? Maybe we can do that.
That'll work. Okay, second shot.
Okay, so this is about right. See, so I don't know how much the wind will affect this. It's done enough, by the looks of it, just to pull it over the bunker.
All right, nice approach on
okay,
that one.
Decent.
Setting up here 10 feet from the cup. This one's on a good line.
No. Oh, yes. Okay. It wasn't the straightest of putts, but it went in anyway. So, yeah, really good going here. So, we're, what's that, 7 under? 7 under through 8, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's correct.
And now teeing off on a par 3.
So, really good start on this hole. Okay. 101% power. The wind's pulling it back to the left. I thought it might get a little bit further than that, but that's okay.
Green on that one.
Oh, come on, come on. Carry on rolling. Yes, there we go. It's working at the moment. Sometimes the rounds just work that way. That's a fantastic front nine. That is a really good front nine. One of the best front nines I've ever hit. Yeah, brilliant. I am very happy with that one. So yeah, through... what's that? Through 9 holes, I have got...
all right, 10th hole now coming out.
Is that 8 under? That's 8 under. That's incredible. I've never hit that well before.
There we go. Nice.
If only we could keep that momentum going for the long term, we'd be out of the challenge circuit before long.
We are setting up in the rough. We've got a bit of a break. It looks to be, as far as lies go, a pretty good one in the rough.
Okay, so I decided to club up here, hoping the wind will stop this pretty dead. And it's done pretty well. It has got close to where I expected that, really.
All right, let's pop this in. Birdie putt.
And it's turned a bit too much. But that's okay. I mean, I did try and control the pace again, and it's made this putt a lot easier. See, that's the thing. I think being too aggressive on the putt doesn't just cost you that one putt, it costs you more in the future. So, yeah, luckily it got me close enough that I got a par out of it. So, yeah, that's okay. And 1200 at the minute, so I'm averaging 6 under a round with my current score, which is close to what my target is. So that's good. Ah, no. And I've derailed it. Over ambitious? Possibly.
This is what our third shot's looking like.
Much better shot.
Heading
Didn't
in
apply
deep
the
stuff
spin
here.
to that. Not that that's particularly
Let's get out of
mattered
this
there.
green side rough
Okay, so I need to try and
cleanly.
stay calm about this and not let it get to me too much. Because, of course, now I'm going to at least get a bogey, but probably worse. Okay, that was a good flop shot.
Okay, 10 feet to go here.
I mean, I did well to get it this close, but that's...
That
Oh,
was
a good
almost
effort.
in.
Good effort on a tough green. And yeah,
Okay,
this is a
let's
very
head to the
punishing
next.
course. Any
Okay, after
any
that one,
mistake you
sitting
make,
right
and
there
you're
at
going
10
to
under.
be in trouble. So, okay. So I'm averaging 5
Teeing
under
it up
a
now on the
round
12th.
now. But yeah, we're still playing well, though. Of course we are. That's not going to change the whole round, that one hole. But there we go, right into the middle of the fairway. Pretty good.
Nice shot. Okay, about 170 yards to the pin.
Okay, I add some loft to this, so it's not quite as far. It's slightly to the left,
Maybe this
which
one I'll kick to the
is
left.
fine, because that's
Safe approach.
better.
Nice.
It's close to the hole.
Here we go.
I
This
didn't
putt
need the
for
loft
birdie.
by the looks of it. The wind pulled that back more than I expected it to. Hopefully that's going to be close. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
going
it's
right
not
by
quite
the
right, but that's fine.
This one is a short.
There you go. It's a par. Good
Sitting
recovery
at
from the
10
double
under
bogey to
after
get
that one.
par. But back on track a little bit. And yeah, solid, good round so far. So I believe we're on 6 under now,
Hole number 13.
which is, yeah, for this part of the round, being, what's it, 12 holes in? 6 under is a good result.
Nice.
And go for this as it is, because the wind is going to pull this
Heading
really
for the
forward.
green.
Wow, yeah, that wind's so strong, actually.
Decent approach there. This
10 mile an hour
putt is for
wind
birdie.
really pulled it. So this is going really far to the left.
Ooh.
Oh, it stopped.
Okay.
I'm glad
lining
that
up an
stopped. I
8-foot putt.
wasn't sure if it was going to.
This one's tracking.
And there we go. We've got a putt.
The putt drops for par. Nice.
We've got a
Nicely
putt for
done.
par. So that's good. There you go. So it's a bit of a lackluster second
And the score
half to the round
sits
so
at
far.
10 under par at the moment.
But we've done well to keep a composure after that double bogey. Just one bad shot, essentially.
Use the wind on this hole. It's
Maybe a bit
light.
ambitious with the shot, but... Okay, see, so that bad shot didn't punish us as much.
Okay, this one's about 135 to the pin.
Okay, so this is where usually I'd go for this sand wedge, but is that not going to get there? Actually, it might do. Right, so the lie and the wind, I should have compensated a lot more for that.
Good luck here. I would.
But that's okay.
Love to see you sink this one. It's a big one.
This is a tough one because it's going up a hill and then down the hill again, which means the speed is very hard to control.
Man.
And it's gone way too far.
Put that in the hole for par.
But that's okay. There we go. We've got a par out of it, which I wasn't overly certain about. But there we go. So it's been a bit of a dull end so far. The back nine has not been as productive as the front nine, but wow, what a great front nine. And something to take into, positive from when in the future.
Here we go.
If we can get a back nine and a front nine to match like that, we're going to get an incredible round one day. And that's something to bear in mind. I mean, I've hit obviously 12 under rounds. I've hit 13 under rounds before. I don't think I've done it on the TGC tours, but I have done it on the difficulty. I've never hit better than 13 under. But I'm certain the day that happens is close.
That's good stuff. Now let's hit the green.
Just all has to happen at once.
Oh, nice little chip there.
That's a shame, but that was close. It's a good chip.
You're sitting right there at 10 under.
That was one area that I really did struggle with, was chipping the ball. And I do feel a lot better with my chipping now.
Is upon us here. Let's see what happens.
I wouldn't say it's a strength as of yet, but it's not quite as bad as it was. Not the best shot. So I decided to club down twice
Well,
there.
you can't hit them all.
Maybe a bit
We're in
optimistic
the
that I
green
could
side of the rough currently. Let's be careful with that chip.
hit that quite straight because it pretty much had to be dead on for it to get the distance I was hoping for.
Looking at a 10-foot putt here.
So that's a straight putt.
And driving
Brilliant.
it on into the cup for par.
So there we go. So this has been a very par-heavy back nine. So we're averaging
10 under.
5 under for a round. As I said, the goal was 7 under. So technically not doing as well as I would have liked. But I've been playing some great golf actually. I'm not trying to, sorry if I sound a bit cocky. I don't mean I'm doing really well or anything like that. I mean for my level. I mean I'm CCI. I'm a CCI player. And the front line of this course, I played some of the best golf I've ever played actually in terms of the scoring. That's really good. So yeah, I'm going to take the good from this. Of course, it's a shame it hasn't carried on for the rest of the round, but I mean...
Okay, third shot.
What are you going to do? Oh no, that wasn't the best. Wasn't, oh, didn't think that through. Be interested to see how much this actually turns here, if at all. It is turning. Oh, good. There we go. That's where the pace had to be spot on for that to turn. And it did. But yeah, look at this really par-heavy back nine. But I'm glad that was a par because that did not look like it's going to be. I was worried about that hole. I thought we were going to get a bogey there because I was a little bit reckless with the chip.
Teeing it up now for the final hole.
Yeah, slow and steady improvement over time is the goal.
Off the tee here.
Bit of a reckless shot.
What are you thinking out of this fairway bunker? Let's see what you got.
The lie wasn't great there at all, so I've just hit that with a pretty long club.
Good shot. Back into the safe stuff here in the fairway. Good amount of distance.
This should be the right club, I think. Oh, nicely executed. Obviously, I've hit that 2 left, but good. Pretty good shot.
All right, here we go for the birdie.
Chance at birdie here. If I hit the pace right, this hopefully will go in.
Looking good.
And there you go.
And the putt
spot on.
Drops and we're done here.
There you go. Solid, good round. I'm happy with that as a round. Yeah, so that's 7 under. 7 under round, so that's great. 11 under overall, 5.5 average, which obviously is an in-between score, but yeah. Pleased with that to begin with. It puts us in a good place for us when we play rounds 3 and 4 later on in the week. Let's see how we can carry on. Let's see if we can get some good scores and see where we can get position-wise in this promo event. And who knows, hopefully we'll play well. Maybe if we have a really good round, let's say that front nine we just had there twice, that'd be phenomenal. If we got a round like that, then you never know, we could be in position to be promoted. But I'll see you tomorrow for round number 3 of the main TGC Tour event of the week. Until then, see you later. Goodbye.